Hey everyone. I just got back from a hike here. Anyways, today is day 2 of the 66-day challenge. I am excited to see the few people that commented down below. Make sure that as we're doing these challenges and we're building our databases, that we're holding ourselves accountable. Remember, in order to build a habit, we have to do something consistently 66 days. So you can't just watch these videos randomly. You got to watch the video and you got to work on your database every day for 66 days. So with that said, we had about 23 people log on yesterday, but we only had about 4 leave a comment. So remember the rules. You got to leave a comment so that we know that you're holding yourself accountable. One comment said, hey, I only got to 1 person yesterday. And so we were able to respond and say, that means you're going to have to get more people today because you don't want to fall behind. In order for us to get 201 people in 66 days, we got to add about 4 a day, 3 to 4 a day, which means, we got to put in some work. But it's not that much, right? You get 3 or 4 today, you stop. If you have time, you do more, but we need to make sure that we're putting 3 or 4, we're having 3 or 4 conversations about real estate with people that we found in our cell phone every single day. All right. Today, we're going to talk about our workstation. Yesterday, you made the 3 phone calls, right? You got 3 people in your database. Today, you need to do 4. So you should have a total of 7 people by the end of today. We're going to talk about your workstation. Some of you work remote. Some of you have a place. I have a station at my office and I have a station at home, and they both sort of look the same. If you don't have a station, I would find one at your home and carve out some space. If you can't do that, then I would at least have a bag that I call my prospecting bag. All right. Before I had an office and I would go into a shared workspace, I had what I called my prospecting bag. All right. And this is what I had in it. I have thank you cards. All right. So yesterday you called, you talked to 3 people. You got their address. You got some information. You told them you're a real estate agent. Now you're going to mail them your card. Right. I do that every day. I have my stamps. I have my cards. I have my pen. I even have my water. I'm ready to go. So when I get off the phone, while it's the conversation's fresh in my head, pull out my thank you card and I write them a handwritten note. All right. I put in there a $5 gift certificate. You can just put your business card if you want. I put a $5 gift certificate in there. If you don't have that, the other thing that I do, or you can't afford that, that's fine, as long as your business card's in there. The other thing I do is if I'm having a game, we run a lot of games in our office. So if I'm running a game or I have a giveaway, or if I have an event coming up, that all kind of goes in the note. People don't get letters in the mail. So they're going to open it. They're going to read it. They're most likely going to keep it. All right. Because how often do you get a handwritten note? Besides your birthday, you probably don't. The other thing that I do is I had somebody write a story about who I am. I had a friend write a story about me, who I am. And basically it's titled, if you see the top right here, I believe you should know the person behind the business card. So here is my story. So I use these not for the calls we're making right now, where our sphere of influence, like my mom knows who I am or my sister knows who I am, right? But I use these cards and it's a story and there's pictures of me with my kids and my family. I use these cards if it's somebody that I just met. I met at an open house. I met somewhere else and we had a brief conversation. They trusted me enough to give me their information, but they don't really know who I am. Because remember, the number one reason that people hire someone is because they know them, we've met, and they trust them. That's what I use those for. So basically, while you're going through while you're going through your database and you're making these phone calls, you should have that stuff ready, because you want to mail them out that day. You don't want to be like, well, I'm going to make calls today, I'm going to mail out tomorrow, because it doesn't get done. 4 people today, which means you should have a total of 7 people in your database by the end of the day. 7 people should have gotten phone calls. Our database, we should have gotten their phone number, their email, their physical address, some sort of personal information like a birthday or something like that, so we can follow up with them later. And then 7 cards needed to go out by the end of today. So if you don't have your workstation set up, you have 2 jobs today. 1, make your calls, top priority. 2, go to the dollar store, go to the 99 store, jump on Amazon, buy thank you cards, right? You can get seasonal ones. Don't worry about getting them printed or anything like that. Just get some thank you cards, because you need to send those out, because that is 2 touches, right? Reality, we need to touch someone 36 times in a year. We're going to get into that later. Right now, we're building our database. So we've made the phone call. We've reconnected with these people. Now we're sending them a thank you card with our business card. Okay. So now they have something tangible that they can keep of ours. But also, if they go to work tomorrow and somebody's like, oh, wow, I have to move, or I'm thinking about moving, they have something they can hand them and say, call my agent. All right. Make sure that if you haven't subscribed yet, you hit the subscribe button and the bell so you get a notification when these videos come up. 66 days. Some of you are already starting to fall behind. Don't allow yourself to fall behind. Look at your calendar. What went wrong yesterday? Why were you not able to get to your 3 calls yesterday? Because now you have more, right? You have to have 7 people in your database by the end of today. I'm here for you. Put it in the comments. Come back to the video. Put that in the comments. Let us know how it's going. Let us hold each other accountable. Also, respond to other people's comments. People are going through the same thing you are. The beginning is the hardest, right? You're moving things around. This kind of got sprung on you in the last minute. So this is when you're going to have to dig deep. By day 30, day 35, you're going to already have a routine. But right now, it's hard. We understand that. Reach out to us if you need help staying on track. But we've got to be at 201 in 66 days. All right? I believe in you. Your team leads believe in you. You got this. Reach out if you have any questions, and don't forget to comment. See you tomorrow.